Hi there, it's Sarah from Inspire Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Let's see what message Spirit has for us today. The Nine of Swords. And the Three of Wands. So the Nine of Swords is a card about feeling, being very stuck in the mind. Lots of ruminating, lots of worry and anxiety. Even to the extent where you might not be able to sleep and you feel very powerless. You're just very, very caught in the ego and stressing about hypotheticals. Might be feeling really depressed. It's not, the Nine of Swords is not a good place to be in mentally. But as we know, we can always lift ourselves out of it. And the Three of Wands is encouraging us to expand our horizons. That we need this growth and expansion. So we need to use this discomfort and these painful loops to motivate us to move forward, really, to shift our perception and open ourselves up to the Spirit, to whatever the Spirit believes that we need. The Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving. And it makes sense that this card would come out because the Spirit knows that in order to be happy that we need to give as God gives. Because whenever we're not giving, we are kind of focused on lack and getting. And that has our energy flowing in the wrong direction, which the Spirit knows is not good for us. And then when we get in these spirals of lack and we start looping, then we don't feel good. So yeah, the Spirit is going to encourage us to get into a situation with other people where we can give. So it could be something in form, or it could just be that we're starting to think differently in the mind, that we're starting to think lovingly about ourselves and others. We kind of gently, quite often what happens is we'll get upset and then we'll have lots of negative loops, and then we'll kind of just get so upset that we end up just cracking and crying, and then it does release, and then we feel more clear. It's like our consciousness levels up and then we feel more clear to give. And the Wheel of Fortune just shows us that what goes around comes around, and whenever we feel stuck, the Spirit is always going to help knock us out of it and bring us a situation, and that we're always being reminded that our mind is creative. It's a very powerfully creative force, and that we need to really put all our efforts into training our mind. And then we get to see that all the cycles of life and the different experiences we have are working in our favour. They're helping us just flush out all the problems, and we're constantly cycling up, spiralling up even. The Nine of Cups is a lovely card. This is the wish fulfillment card. And I think every time we get pulled out of the darkness, then we can experience this wonderful feeling of relief and satisfaction that we've kind of survived another cycle, and that we can feel grateful that we've got through it, and that we're a little bit closer to our enlightenment. And I think quite often when we drop into a very low state and we lift back up again, the contrast can feel so good that it puts us into a mindset of gratitude and relief, and then we feel fueled to go forward again. And the Knight of Swords definitely looks like he's he's kind of very excited and fast. He wants to move into the next thing. I think this often happens when we go through a bit of a rough spell. We need some time to process our emotions, and then we kind of come out and we feel reinvigorated and ready to go with something else. And the Knight of Swords energy is very much coming in and saying, right, bring on what's next, because I'm ready now. And the High Priestess is all-knowing. So every time we go through a dark spell, we are realigned back with the truth, back with our inner guidance. and reminded to try and stay with our higher self, with our higher nature all the time, because that's the only way that we can really feel good. And the High Priestess is like the higher self. So we always have access to this our higher nature within, and we can tap into it at all times. And we feel so much better when we do that. And we definitely just get wiser and unlock different levels of understanding as we go. So the Seven of Swords is a card about deception. We can see here that this chap is stealing a bird. So yeah, this card represents any deception that we may have. And we do have to look at our own deceptions and look at the things that we avoid in the mind. It can be very uncomfortable, but we have to remember that all these scary interpretations and things are actually false. It's just the ego telling us stories to try and frighten us. And the Seven of Swords card is really reminding us that we can look at them and with the spirit and remember that it's all false. It's not real. Three of Pentacles is all about working as a team. And these cats look like they're having a lot of fun working together with their pentacles. And sometimes we just need some light relief. And these cards definitely give us light relief. They're hilarious. They're very light-hearted and funny, and I love them. So when we get to work together as a team, every time we work with other people, it's always an opportunity to be more assertive and authentic, and to give our best. And the Three of Pentacles card always says that we're on the right track, that we're focused on our purpose, which I really like. Whenever we're having fun, whenever we're collaborating, whenever we're expressing ourselves, when we're valuing ourselves and others, then we are on track. We're always gleaning some helpful information. Star card is all about healing. And whenever we do something as a team, there's always bound to be some sort of healing. There's opportunities to join and be happy together, but there's also opportunities to see where things feel uneven, or jealousies and insecurities and things come up, or feeling like unfairly treated, or that your skills and things aren't being used. So whenever we work in a team, we get plenty of opportunities for healing and to connect and just rebuild hope. The Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is all about our divine inheritance, about being in a team with mighty companions and feeling very stable. So it's almost like we've found a bunch of people that we're just really happy with, and we feel as though we work well together with them, and we're very happy. We feel very happy and supported. And because we're working together on something material, usually, we're creating something that we can sell and benefit other people, but also provide a living for us. So it's kind of a win-win. The Seven of Wands card is all about having the courage of our convictions and staying strong, and overcoming obstacles. And whenever we work in a team, we do have obstacles to overcome, obstacles between people or seeming obstacles. I know that whenever I'm involved in something will come up. When I used to renovate houses, there would always be some sort of problem, but I kind of found it exciting. I would switch gears and go in a different direction. So it's always an opportunity with the Seven of Wands to just be really resilient and trust the process, that anything that seems to happen in the material world is always an opportunity to rise up and overcome the challenge, which then builds more confidence. The World. So the world is all about satisfaction and wholeness, and something that comes, the feeling of accomplishment that comes when we achieve something. And when we work together as a team and we look at strengthening ourselves and using every experience for our ascension, then the world card just shows us that we can celebrate an accomplishment that we've achieved going through cycles. And this card kind of also denotes that it's time for a new chapter, and we can take our new skills into the new chapter, into a new team or any new circumstance that we come in, and we know that we're a bit wiser and a bit stronger, and we may be able to take on a different role in the next team that will challenge us in different ways. So yeah, the World card is a nice one to come out. The Fool. So in this card, the Fool is diving off a cliff. And essentially, in order to be happy in life, we have to be this fool. We have to just kind of get on with it, and take the rough with the smooth, and understand that we're always being taken care of and given a fresh start all the time, and that there's nothing to worry about, and that we can face any challenge that comes up. And even though there will be experiences and things that seem painful, that we don't want to close our heart. We just want to keep going, keep having fun, keep meeting new people, keep laughing and being daft. And yeah, because we're always moving that little bit closer to our enlightenment. So that was a bit of a quirky reading today, but I kind of liked it. These cards are fun. Anyway, I love you all. Bye.